Jonathan Lee Riches Investigates. I am covering the Veronica Butler, Jilian, Kelley case. Let's talk about this individual right here. Cora Twombly. She is the wife of Paul Twombly, and she, along with 3 others, are arrested in connection with the murder and kidnapping of Veronica and Jilian. They went to court today. A lot of interesting things happen in court today that make me go, Cora does not have a private attorney. She is using a public defender, while her husband, Cole, hired a private attorney. Also, Tifany Adams and Tad Cullum, the other defendants, they have their own private attorney. So you got 3 of the 4 defendants in this case who have their private attorneys, not public defenders. They hired private attorneys. Apparently they have money. But this one here is using a public defender. And that makes me go, considering that she's married to Cole, that's her husband, and her husband's getting an attorney, and she's not. What does that mean? Does that mean that the others think she flipped, she told? Or possibly, maybe she is the weakest link out of the 4 and plans to flip on others? Brian Enton, News Nation, is at the courthouse there, Texas County, Oklahoma. And he shares some insight. I'm going to share this clip with all of you about what transpired inside that courtroom in Guymon, Oklahoma. Check it out.
We weren't allowed to have our cameras or phones inside the courthouse. I want you to look at this video. You can see all of the suspects being brought out of the courthouse and put into police cars one by one and taken back to the jail. Bond was denied for all 4 suspects, and they all but one said that they had the money to afford a private attorney, but none of them had found an attorney at this point. It was very, very emotional, Marnie. I don't think I've ever been in a court hearing quite like it, because it was a very, very small courtroom, and you had the victims' family members take up 3 of the rows of the courtroom, and some of them actually had to be physically held back during the hearing. They were sobbing and trying to lunge at the suspects as they were brought in, and other family members had to hold them back. And then they were actually saying things to the suspects during the hearing. They weren't actually shouting, but I mean, you could hear exactly what they were saying. They called Grandma Tifany Adams, who, of course, is believed to be the orchestrator of these murders. They called her an effing bee. They called the other man a bastard, and a lot of expletives, a sorry ass piece of S word, which was just interesting to hear in a courtroom as the defendants were brought in. Obviously, they're very, very emotional about what happened. I would say about maybe 24 family members inside the courtroom as the hearing went on. But again, the headline here, Bond denied. And they will be back in court sometime next month, Marnie.
You talk about an emotionally charged situation. I feel for those families to be in that courtroom, see these people for the first time. Again, just drawing folks' attention to the screen. This is the first time we are seeing these 4 suspects publicly as they walk into court. Brian, how did the judge handle that interaction between the suspects and these family members?
Let me just quickly, Marnie, because court just ended, and this is... I'm sorry. Do you mind if we talk to you real quick, ma'am? You're Veronica's aunt, right?
I'm sorry?
Are you Veronica's aunt?
I am.
That's one of the victims. I'm so sorry. I was just telling Marnie, our anchor, first of all, I'm so sorry for everything you've been through. And just that courtroom was so small. I can't imagine. You guys were just so close to them. I mean, what was that like?
You know, to hold my brother back from jumping, you know, there's just too many emotions, so much anger. I don't understand how somebody can hate somebody so much that you want to kill them. My niece did not deserve that, neither did the young lady with her. She was just there to help her. We didn't deserve this. Our family didn't deserve this.
Yeah, and they were just emotionless, the defendants, when they were brought in. I mean,
yeah.
Did you know them before this?
No, we don't know them personally. No. It's okay. We're good.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, as you can see, Marnie, I mean, again, I've never really experienced anything quite like it because it was such a small courtroom, and you had family members having to hold back other family members trying to actually go after the suspects, which, in light of everything they're going through and having to be so close to these people accused of such heinous crimes, you know, in a way, you can't really blame them. You can kind of understand just how raw the emotion was.
So people were ready to, like, go at the defendants as each one went in. We watched it all go down on JLR Investigates. There was some media people outside, and each one arrived to the courthouse separately and got let in separately, came out, and another one went in, and vice versa. Each person's court hearing lasted about 20 minutes each. They had bulletproof vests on. I'm going to show you a clip of all of them coming in and out of the court.
Cole, do you have anything to say to Jilian and Veronica's families?
Do you have any remorse? Did you do it?
Did you murder those women? Do you have anything to say to the children whose mothers are murdered?
Why?
Where's the questions? All right, so he's back to the Texas County Jail. Oh, look who it is.
Any comment? Anything to say?
Why'd you do it, Tad? Why'd you do it? Okay, here he comes. Why'd you do it, Tad? Anything to say to the victims? He looked up at the crowd. Yeah, all eyes on you now, Tad. Were you the trigger person, Tad? Why did the bodies end up on a property you were working on? Tad? Why did the bodies ended up going on the Beasley? Tad Burt. Middle name Burt. All right, he's off back to the jail. Anything to say, Tifany? Why'd you do it? Were you the ringleader?
Comment at all.
Any remorse? Where's the questions? There's a very strong possibility, ladies and gentlemen, that woman that you saw there could get the death penalty if she challenges this case. Why'd you do it, Cora? Anything to say to the victims or their families?
Anything to
She stared. She's looking down. Walk of shame. Why'd you do it, Cora? Anything to say? Went down. She looked scared. Reality is about to hit her. It already has. First night in jail. What an embarrassment. Brave daughter. Her daughter is a key piece to this. Her daughter cooperated with authorities against them. CW, 16 years old. Her daughter.
So, what's going to happen here? How much do you think it cost for these 3 defendants that hired their own attorney? How much do you think it's going to cost them? This is a capital case for sure. I'm sure it's going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe a million. But they say, folks, that Tifany Adams and Tad have a lot of money and have a lot of community support. They own acres and acres and acres of farmland and cattle. It's probably in the millions. And they're probably going to have to drop all that money to possibly get out of jail. Doubt it. But who knows? Maybe they'll get a bond down the line. Right now, no bond. You know, maybe down the line, maybe they can ask for it. Doubt they'll get it on this particular case. And, you know, trial or not. What's going to happen here? Are the lawyers going to try to get them a good deal? Do you think money will get them off of this case? And what's up with Cora? Is Cora and Cole ready to get a divorce? Cole gets a private attorney, Cora doesn't. I find that interesting. Subscribe to the channel, like, hit the notification button. When more information comes out of this case, I will share with all of you. Check out my last video I made. We were analyzing them coming in and out of the court and seeing the other participants. You know, looks like a lot of media was out there going in and out. It looks like some of the victims' families went into court too. So check that out. We'll talk soon, and then if anything else breaks on this case, I'll share with all of you. I am JLR Investigates. Stay tuned.